Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-monthly reading and we are moving from Libra season into the intensity of Scorpio season. So look at this. Speaking of intensity, 9 of Acorns, power and perseverance. The sign of power, quite literally your fellow water sign Scorpio is coming out super strong. And it's eclipse season. So there's going to be a new moon in Scorpio on the 25th, depending on where you are in the world. And it's a partial eclipse. So this is where you potentially, oh, I love this, absolutely. Getting messages to persevere with something, connecting in with your innate, amazing power within. So, wow, really beautiful. Maybe the message is around, how long you've persevered with something. Is it time to let something go? This is a South Node eclipse. So the South Node is about letting things go that you're karmically ready to release, old cycles that you've learnt, everything that you need to learn. It's time to let that go, connect into the gifts of that cycle. So yeah, eclipses bring about change, activated change. So there is this sense around that. We have, speaking of what shifting and changing, Cup 8 Neptune Pisces. So this Neptunian energy could be where something really wasn't clear. It's like, have you stuck with something where it felt like there's a couple of energies happening here. So I feel like you're connecting into your power, so you're seeing something really clearly now. But you're also big questioning of whether you're going to persevere with something, because this 8 of Cups is where something felt really deeply unfulfilling or just wasn't feeling right. But then it's a sense of, can you shift and change this so it does feel right? So yeah, interesting. The Neptune energy means that there was like a blurry, a murkiness. There was like a blurring of boundaries. Some things just weren't clear. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Whenever Neptune comes in, it does require, it means clarity has been an issue with a situation that you've kind of now got your eye on at this moment. You are this beautiful Black Panther and you're looking at something going right, and very much connected to this Pluto energy. Pluto rules this new moon. So it's a ruler of Scorpio, and it is, you're going to have this nice trine being another water sign. So I feel like you're going to get some very nice transformative and powerful messages coming through around this. So interesting. So Cancer, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because they give you a more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading, Cancer. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And there are unfortunately no extended readings for the mid-monthlies this month. But if you're interested in my personalised services, the link for that is in the description box below, and that includes tarot and healings. So yeah, interesting. The King of Swords coming in. It's all about, are you ready to do this or not? There's a little bit of hesitation coming in. Haven't quite made your mind up, but wanting success, gathering your strength. Oh, yes, you're going to walk away. Oh, and yes, stepping into your power. Oh, you've got the Emperor and the Empress. Wow. Gosh, here you are, divine masculine, divine feminine, combining forces. Okay, this is amazing, Cancer. Really amazing reading. And this 8 of Cups is that thing that is going to be guiding you. This is the energy of, like I said, the Neptune Pisces. You've got it twice coming in here, but this character is walking away, emotionally detaching. Tasted all these cups. Cups represent your emotions, your feelings, how you're feeling about something or a situation, or how does it make you feel. And it's like something's missing. Something's been found wanting, and it's like, I need to detach from this. I need to walk away or just kind of not get involved with that anymore. So interesting. We have, as the situation, the 10 of Wands. So speaking of perseverance, look at these characters like persevered so much that something's become, like, it's dedication. You've dedicated yourself to something, but at what point has it become heavy and burdensome and become a little bit too much, so that every step you take becomes heavy? It just feels like, will I ever make it to where I want to get to with it? It's just becoming harder and harder. I'm getting these very heavy. When you're really tired or you've got mud on your feet or your shoes are wet, it's like you're walking and it's like, oh, I just want to get home. take off my shoes, have a shower, and it just feels a little bit like that. Something's become heavy. You've been carrying something around. And this could be emotionally, especially, you know, the fact that you're crowned by the Eight of Cups. So it is about around the water, the emotions. And Scorpio is very deep. You know, it likes to go deep. It's looking at what emotions you've held on to that, and you might have persevered with something or someone, but it's potentially saying it's time to let something go with that. And yeah, crossed by the Two of Cups, potentially to do with a relationship. So yeah, the Two of Cups, absolutely. What have you taken on within a relationship? Doesn't have to be love, but it could be family, it could be friends, it can be a partner, but it's what have you taken on too much? Dedicated yourself, but it's kind of had a toll, taken its toll, or is taking its toll on you at this moment in time. So interesting. In your conscious mind, you've got the Page of Wands. So this is nice. This is nice, new, fresh energy coming in. It's like we can see in the recent past. I just want to talk about this because we've got the Ace of Wands there in the recent past. The Ace is the beginning and the 10 is the ending. It's like I've got this new goal or new motivation or this new thing that's activating that I want to be doing. And this potentially got activated in the full moon in Aries, so which occurred around the 10th, give or take, 9th or 10th, give or take a day, depending on where you are in the world. And so something got activated, a new desire or a new motivation or a new goal of some sort. You know, I want to be doing this, but I can't because there's this huge block. There's some kind of relationship or connection that's blocking you from letting go of something that you've been holding on to. So, but still not letting go of it, the Page of Wands, you know, it's like, but I do want to do it. I would want to start something new. I want to let go of that old energy that's no longer motivating me. I want to step into this fresh new energy, get excited, see the new growth, connect to the spark. So has the spark been lost with something? And you want to connect back into the passion, the drive, the spark. So yeah, it's kind of like this is potentially what's inside your conscious mind. And it's like, am I going to take those steps and do this? Or what could this mean? What could this be? At the base, you've got another page. So lots of messages coming through for you. And that's what I was kind of getting. You were getting messages from Pluto around, especially around the underworld, the shadow, what it is that you're ready to let go of. The Page of Cups, yeah, definitely. What are you ready to let go of on an emotional level? There's messages coming in from your heart. So the Page of Wands can be something very creative as well, or something to do with your career or your work or whatever it inspires you, or whatever kind of passion you're passionate about. So it could be relationships or hobbies, or, you know, anything in your life. It's wanting to reconnect and start the flame, getting inspired again with that. But the Page of Cups is what's happening deep down, and it's those messages from your heart. Both of them are coming in together. What are those messages saying deep down? Some of them might be surprising. So yeah, interesting with this Page of Cups. Listen to these messages. You're getting a lot of messages. But in the near future, you've got the King of Swords. So interestingly, both of these energies are more like a passion, an instinct, a feeling. You're going off that. Whereas the King of Swords in the near future is more like, okay, I need to make a logical decision. I can understand how I'm feeling about something. I can understand my desires, but I'm not going to let that be. It's interesting because how I'm making this decision from that emotional space. I need to kind of look at it logically. With the King of Swords, interestingly, the King of Swords is also, it's a card of Aquarius. So it might be that you'll have a meeting with somebody in the near future. So often it can mean like some kind of business meeting or chat or talk, some sort of rational talk about where the future, what's happening here, what decisions need to be made, you know, where do we go from here? It's very rational. Interestingly, so it might be an Aquarius coming up in the near future. It doesn't have to necessarily be an Aquarius, but somebody who's got a strong mind on them, a strong head, very intelligent, or very rational kind of energy. The interesting thing about the King of Swords is that this is kind of, again, he's very emotionally detached. So it isn't a card of a sense of just detaching from the emotional drama for the moment while you can kind of make some decisions and formulate a plan of some sort. So we kind of can see that coming in as a theme. And it may be that sometimes the King of Swords is that somebody has emotionally detached. They're kind of quite cool and the spark isn't there. It's somebody's in their head, not their heart. So that could be coming through with that as well. So the Two of Swords is interesting because this is you in the spread, and this is showing that you're not be able to see a decision clearly or make a decision clearly. There's hesitation around it, which is why we've got that Neptunian energy that's coming in where things are just feeling a bit unclear and blurry. So your intuition might be telling you one thing, logical mind might be telling you something else, and it's like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. So the energy surrounding you got the Queen of Pentacles. So this is actually a really nice energy. This is somebody that you can trust, somebody very stable. So if that person is around you, this is a good person to kind of bounce off and go, if it's anything that's kind of worrying you here with what you're carrying around and what's not feeling great, this is a really nice energy. But this is also internal stability. There's an opportunity for you to connect to something that's quite stable that can help you feel a little bit better about everything, which is nice. In your conscious hopes and fears, we've got the Six of Wands. This is the card of validation, the card of success, the card of being seen, the card of, all of these sort of things. So the Six of Wands, very interesting, and it's the need to be validated and seen. So interestingly, we have as an outcome the Strength card, the Eight of Cups and the Emperor. So you're gathering your strength here to walk away from something that's not fulfilling you and stepping into your power here with the Emperor energy, reclaiming your power. And that's what we started with power. The Scorpio energy is all about power differentials. Sometimes the person you might be walking away from is somebody who's very strong, who's had some kind of power over you or had some sort of authority over you at this moment in time. But it does feel like it's, if you feel there's something around your work or your relationship that just isn't feeling right, there's opportunities here to have conversations to be able to move on from that energy. So conversations with managers or bosses or people that can be the change makers in this situation. So that's really important as well. But we've also got as an overall energy, the Empress. So you've got the Emperor and the Empress. So this is recipe for success, for abundance. It's actually really beautiful. And the Empress is saying there's a culmination energy. It's time, like that South Node energy. You've been through a lot. It's time to reap the harvest of those cycles that you've been through and to kind of, receive the gifts of those cycles. It's harvest time. So the Empress may be that there are some abundance is coming to you in some way or another. But the Empress also with the Emperor is saying this is a very fertile time for you as well. So if there are opportunities around like this Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands to be making some changes to step you into something fulfilling, this is a really fertile time here for the Empress. She rules love, she rules money, she rules abundance. So it's a really potent, positive manifestation time, but that's because you're stepping in and connecting to your power and going, right, that doesn't, whatever dynamic this has been within a relationship, power dynamic, I'm reclaiming it and stepping into my fulfillment. So that's what's coming through here with it, Cancer. So let's see what's coming in as an affirmation card. What's coming in as an affirmation card for Cancer? We've got two that have come through. We've got all my relationships are harmonious. Okay, when we create harmony in our minds and hearts, we will find it in our lives. The inner creates the outer always. Beautiful. So I do feel like this Eight of Cups energy, if you're feeling it, let it guide you. Receive the messages of transformation around it because there's opportunities around that. It says, I open new doors to life. Fantastic. I rejoice in what I have and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. And this is a really fertile time because more often than not that comes up, it's not necessarily in this reading, but it could be in the near future. Whenever this person walks away and says there's something missing here emotionally, or just detaches and says, I'm not going to get involved with that energy anymore, I'm just letting those old feelings go for whatever reason. Oh, usually where they end up is the Nine of Cups, which is fulfillment, or the Ace of Cups, which is they find the missing cup. So you're creating space in your life for this to find that beautiful, like, kind of holy grail, which is really beautiful. And that's why we've got the sense of, yeah, it's time to reap the harvest. It's time to get the benefits. It's time to start something new that's coming through here, but it's about letting go of the old, especially the old emotions. So yeah, and the Empress is saying it's a very fertile time for all of this at this moment in time. So let's pull a charm. Let's pull a charm for you, Cancer. Okay, interesting. You've got the keys. So many keys have come out. It's really fascinating because I feel like it's kind of like the message is something's been locked and you have the ability to unlock it, unblock it, and you possibly had the key all along, but for whatever reason you are being brought to the key. And this key's got little hearts around the edge of it. It actually is the key to your heart, right next to the Page of Cups, the key to something. You're unlocking either your heart or somebody else's heart, the key to fulfillment. So yeah, it's a beautiful energy to come in. Oh, and we've got little Miss Stelly at the window. So speaking of like cats, I was just about to bring you back to this beautiful panther, but we have lovely Miss Stelly here. And yeah, this is a real reconnection to your soul. So that's it, Cancer. That's your reading. It's very, very powerful, connecting into your power and making some really, really potent decisions about your fulfillment. So absolutely beautiful, especially when you've been giving too much to a relationship. So that's it. That's the message for the end of this eclipse energy that's coming in, the end of the month. So please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to hear your comments about how this is resonating. If you're interested in any of my personalised services, the link for that is also in the description box below. And take care, Cancer.